Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the AWS DevOps Agent architecture, and we are going to see the hands-on demo how we can set up the AWS DevOps Agent in your AWS account and how we can integrate with our services. Okay, so let's start with the discussing architecture, and before that I want to give the some reference in from the previous video where we discuss about the AWS DevOps Agent. As a quick refresh from the previous video, the AWS DevOps Agent integrates seamlessly with the AWS Management Console and the Web App Console and multiple AWS services. It's designed to support multiple cloud environments, right? So you can multiple tenants or multiple providers can be involved here. It can be integrated with your AWS DevOps Agent services. So for the observability tools integrations or other log integrations, you can use those multi-cloud environment integration also. So external tool integration also we can see observability platforms, CI/CD pipelines, and incident management tools and the workflows we can use here. Think of it as a central automation layer that connects monitoring, communication, and resolution process into one unified experience. Okay, if you see the architecture diagram, so there are two different consoles we are discussing from the previous video. One is the administration console, and second for the operational team console. So administration console is nothing but our AWS management console where we are going to set up this service, configure this service, and integrate all other services which is showing in the design. I'm coming to that part. Next, the second console we are going to get here, which is the web console. So, which is used for the operation team to monitor all the resolutions, alerts, and how you can integrate, interact with the this service, and it will give you the chatbot where you can prompt your supply your prompt to resolve the issues. It entirely show the process how resolutions happening, how the data getting collected from the various services or observability tools, and how uh, solution getting find out, or the how the root cause getting find out, how the solution getting proposed, and how resolution will be applied based on that solution to fix that particular issue. Okay, so the second layer, where is the AWS DevOps agent, which is actually a core agent where we're going to set up the agent space on the service. We are going to see this practical once we gone through this uh, slide. And then we can integrate the AWS services, which number of all the number of AWS services can be integrated, where it will be help to resolve the issue related to the services based on the observability tools or your AWS observability tools like CloudWatch or your CloudTrail. And if you are integrated the external observability tools like Datadog, Grafana, okay, so those or Splunk, those data trace or those services will be integrated, right? So there is an integration flow also we showed, so where we can integrate external tools or external providers tools, which is for use for the observability, CI/CD integration, incident management, which is ServiceNow, or communication for Slack or custom MCP servers you can integrate. So this is the integration flow we can have or we can configure. We're not going to see all integration, but I can show you one or two integrations how we can set up those. Okay. Again, the third part is multi-cloud. So it is multi-cloud support service. So it can be used to integrate your all Azure cloud or the AWS cloud or Google cloud services. Integrate with the hybrid cloud environment also can be integrated, which is on-prem and particular cloud environment. Okay. So this is where you are going to see in this demo with the reference of this topology architecture. So this is initial architecture I put on the design format where we can understand how the agent flow will be work and how integration can be happen. So today's demo we are going to set up the AWS DevOps Agent service and configure one of the integration, possibly GitHub integration, and then we can see how alerts can be detected automatically, how the resolution can be find out, how the proposed solutions can be implemented automatically through the AWS DevOps agent. Okay, so So next slide, we're going to understand how the DevOps agent architecture or resolution flow works, right? So AWS DevOps agent resolution flow works. Let's walk through the AWS resolution flow. The first phase of alert arrives. Okay, the agent receives the alert from the source like CloudWatch or Datadog. Okay, and the second step will be auto investigation. It's automatically start immediately being the analyzing the telemetry data. Okay, and then correlate the data, the agent links, alerts, and the code changes, deployments, or infrastructure events will be get collected all the related data, and then started find out the root cause. The root cause, it identify the most likely clause based on the collected data or alerts or investigation, and then it will be present as a root cause in form of incident. Okay, so mitigation plan, once overall root cause find out, the recommendation plan or mitigation plan of action is generated and show on the screen, and then coordinate with your agent integration ticketing tool or your Slack or in any other incident management tool. It will be create incident if you integrate with those services, and or it will be generate the alerts on your emails or Slack integration if you're done, or chatbot integration you're done. It will be send the message to the your Slack teams or the Slack channels. So that's where the communication coordination will be happen, and this final step will be resolution step. Finally, the agent drives the incident to the closure, so ensure faster recovery and reduce the downtime. Okay, the flow highlights how the agent reduce the manual effort in the automation and accelerates incident response. Okay, so this is overall the flow we are going to see in our this demo, and then one of the example we are going to see how it will be quickly get the alert and how resolve the data collection started, and how the root cause finding happened, and how mitigation plan will be proposed, and then coordination will be happen, and then a resolution will be put it in the place. Okay, so that's how we are going to work through it. And then next slide we are going to see the prerequisites before demo started. So prerequisite divided in two parts. The first prerequisite is the core AWS prerequisites, where we are going to set up our AWS DevOps agent, and for that, what are the prerequisites required? We're going to discuss here. AWS account, definitely it will be required. AWS account where you're going to set up this service. Then AWS CLI, the AWS command line interface, it will be must install the configure on the machines or environment from which you plan to manage the agent if using CLI for the setup. Okay, so any other services or any other like EC2 instances or EKS pods, right? So we should have the AWS CLI installed to run this agent, right? Then IAM permissions. So IAM permissions is divided in two different parts, which I am going to explain. The user or role setting up, the agent must be sufficient IAM permissions to create and manage the AWS resources. So role policy, including the ability to create a new services role. Okay, so IAM roles is divided two different part. One IAM role will be required to set up your AWS agent space, which where you are going to configure or create your agent on your console. The second will be web app, which is required for the operational team, where they can access the configuration. We can see the observability when where it can be show the resolution, root cause, and coordinate with the agent, or you can access the MCP servers or outputs. Those are the for the operation team. So main part is which I explained first role, IAM role, which is required to observability tools administrator to configure the AWS DevOps agent integrations, and then your backend services configurations or agent rules, or like you can decide where you can configure the observability tools integration or webhooks for the GitHub or CI/CD pipelines. So those configuration is to required have the permission, particular permissions to those first IAM role, and second IAM role will only use for the operational team, which will be give them the ability to run the resolutions or get the resolutions or read the resolutions. Those are the permissions will be added. Okay, so we are going to see those roles once it is created. We can either you can create in advance with the list permissions or conditional permissions, or you can create on go if you have the access. But recommendation will be create a role, custom role based on the requirement with the custom conditions, which is will be allow or manage your list permissions strategy. Okay, where you cannot give the additional or elevated permissions to the particular service, which will be not get misused, or the it will be not get pulled into the security threats or like that. Okay, the agent space which we are going to create, okay, with the DevOps Agent Console. So logically group related to the applications resources. So it will be discover your all the services with the agent space which will be required for the run this service. Okay, so IAM identity center, right? So this is another IAM service. It's identity center which is centralized manage your identities for this particular account or organization. So this is not required, but it is recommended for to create a user to get into the application or like sorry operation team where is the web app going to be accessed, right? So operations team you can assign the users to the through the IAM identity center. It will be very easy integrations to do with these services, so which will help you to create a user or assign the user or assign to the groups where they only required people from the operation team will get access to this particular service. Okay, so he in this demo we are going to use that identity center service. Okay, the second prerequisite is observability tools. Okay, so any observability tools we are going to use, we are recommending to have those configuration or webhook ready, agent detection incident. Okay, you must be connect to your existing monitoring tools, the required necessary APIs, keys or authentication tokens or webhook tokens, third party services. You should be using it or endpoints with the public endpoints or private endpoints. You should be handy with that. CI/CD pipeline and repository intro. You are coordinate with your code changes, correlate your code changes and the deployments. So it will be give you the flow status or your implementation or the source control providers like GitHub or GitLab. Okay, this typically involves the admin access as well as required authorization from the DevOps agent perspective. Okay, so ticketing tool or chat system like a ServiceNow or any identity management tool which is going to allow to integrate here, we should be maybe require the particular access, or Slack workspaces require the ability to install the apps to active the AWS support plan or human support integration. Okay, so let's jump into the demo. So now it is demo time. Hope you have the account ready, and once you have the account ready we will be start with demo. So we are going to deploy this in single demo. We remediation plan where definitely we are going to see if it is time allowed, otherwise we will see the observability how the remediation plan it is proposed, and then we can see how it can be resolved. Okay, so let's jump into the it's a demo time. See you. Okay, let's quickly start on the setup or demo. Our demo today we are going to set up here. So first of all, I have my own account, so where we are going to be working on the US East 1 region. So where you can see the AWS DevOps Agent service already available here. So if you can click on the DevOps Agent service, it will be give you the overview of Agent DevOps service, how it works, and how the more resource integration happen, how it gets started, document, pricing tools, or like that. So currently it is in the preview mode, so you're not going to be get any charge for this. Okay, but definitely it is more important to see the pricing models for this. Okay, So then we will be creating the first DevOps agent space, okay, where we are going to see how you can set up the space, okay. So let's start with begin setup, okay, or click on this. So it where first step we are going to create the agent space. Will give some agent space name. So we can give the AI ops demo POC. Okay, so I given one name AI ops demo POC. Okay, you can give any name what you want. Okay, the second step is important where we are supplying the IAM role which is required the access to create the agent space. You can by default it automatically create the new DevOps agent role, or you can assign the existing role, or you can create the DevOps agent role using the policy template. So if you click here, you will be able to see all your roles and you can select from that. Okay, so you can create your own agent policy here. So you can update the policy, you can copy this policy and create your custom roles. Okay, these are the required policy which will be required to run this service. This is the recommendation. If you are running in the organization and production, you should be using the templates, this required permission template, and you can add the ARNs like conditional ARN with your service name or the conditions to what services will run. You cannot should not be using the wildcard. As this is demo, I'm going to create on fly, but I'll recommending you to create the IAM roles with these inline policies. Given this is the trust policy where we can require this IAM service, service agent service to be trusted, the account to be source account to be trusted, and then your agent space should be so resource should be specified here. So which resource should be have the access or trusted. Okay, so these are the permissions we required initially for this first IAM roles. So I'm going to create AWS DevOps agent on own. So I'm giving the names here. So you can change the name. It's by default picking up the name. So I'm not going to change anything. So in the second role, as I explained you, there are two roles involved. First is for the administration point of view, we require the administration role, and second role will be the web app role where we our operational agents or operational engineer will going to access this console or that web app console where we can see all the services. Okay, so I will here also I'll check the create from DevOps agent role by default based on the recommendation by AWS, but the actual recommendation will be create a template, refer this template and create your own role, two roles where you can put your list conditions or list permissions, right? So let's move with this now. We are creating, this is the agent space getting created. Okay, so give us couple of minutes, it will quickly create it. It is currently in the create mode. So if you see here, okay, so agent space is created. Okay, so now it is agent space created successfully. Okay, so we'll go one by one. So now this is AI ops demo POC we have created. So view your agent in action, the operational action, which is DevOps operation team access console here. So if you click here, it will automatically take to the console. I will going to see that console. So most important part and most likely part, I like it here. I love it here. So which is topology. Okay. Now if you can see, your service is analyzing all your services within this AWS cloud. So your account, all your services, configured services, it is going to be discovered and create a standard understanding topology based on discovery. So this is, I love very much this part. So it is automatically you not required the previous knowledge how your service is set up. You need not to understand how it is configured or like that. So this service totally discover your account and bring all the topology connection or the source or integrations automatically in the form of GUI or design. It will be show in this, okay, topology diagram or graph. So topology source, you can add the source if you want capabilities, but if you can click on the topology source, it will be see those graphs integrations once the service discovery is completed. So here it will be show how many services are there, what are the source it will going to be discovered, what services is ran through, and brought all these services together, and it will be show here the graph. It will be show number of services it found configured on my account. Okay, while it is discovering, it will take couple of minutes doing. So we'll see the capabilities. So capabilities here, you can have the accounts, you can keep on adding the accounts the way you want, or if you are running the organization, this service is run through the organization level also, and it will observe or collect all the data from the OUs and get all the accounts listed here. Okay, the second resource, you can, as I told you, you can add multiple individual accounts here automatically. This is the primary source where it is set up the primary account, which is the same account where the agent space services are enabled. Okay, the secondary source, you can add multiple accounts as I told you manually, and get your all other accounts can be discovered through this service. So this is a very good option. So third is web app, which is operations team is going to be used totally. So this current console, AWS console, consider as your app console. Okay, this is your management console and administration console, where the all administration configuration currently we are doing, right? So web app, if you web app see, so I am identity center instance. So I already have the identity center set up. Okay, so that is automatically going to be detect, and it will be used for the web app to login console. Okay, so here operation access IAM roles will be we already created, which is attached here of IAM role, and then web app link is set up here, it's already created. Very soon we are going to do this. So currently we are going to connect our IAM identity center instance to this service, so we are able to provide access to our operations team. Okay, or users from the identity center. So to do that, we need again IAM role. So here again the same thing, you can use the existing role or you can create your own role. So currently I'm going to create automated role, which is created by the AWS itself. So here is the name. So this is the third IAM role we are going to create. This is not required, but it is recommended, right? So you can use the IAM role by default to access your web console, which is attached by here. So without identity center also you can provide the access, but it will be based on the console user only. It will be get allowed. So that's where how you need to design your operation access IAM role. That's what I'm saying. You have to customize that, and we are going to see later in future videos how we can customize it. We are going to make a lot of videos around it. So today we are going to see the demo how we can configure it and how the incident can be detected automatically and provided the remediation plan. Okay, so web app link will be provided here. We're going to see that. So first we need to attach our identity service to this role for identity center instance to the service by clicking connect. So once I click connect, this IAM role will be going to be created in backend in the IAM service, and the identity center will be going to be connect very soon. Okay, so give some couple of minutes. It is showing connecting. Okay, so now it is connected. If you see the screen change, now you can add the additional capability DevOps superpower user capabilities. Okay, so if you see now access summary, the operation access which will be provide IAM role administration access from this operation tool. So at the identity center, and here we can add this users. Okay, so I will be add later on. First of all, let's go back in the topology. Let's see if discovery done. Yeah, so discovery done. If you see here, 86 services which is configured currently or active currently on my account has been discovered, which include the AWS log groups or S3 buckets or CloudFormation template or Lambda functions, security group ingress, okay, and parameter group SSMs, okay, file system EFS we discovered, so VPC we configured, network ACLs we configured, right? So like these 80 85 services which we are configured or using it already automatically detected. So it's 133 resources. If you see now it is changed, it's 130. The way it is going to be discovery completed, it is going to be list down here all the resources. So the 113 resources is going to be discovered, including 19 other resources, access resources type. Okay. So if you see this inventory now, grab it from the discovery. Based on this source discovery, the topology going to be created. Okay. If you see here, this is nice diagram. It is created by discovery. Now it is a very simple diagram. We can see all the resources. Click, so it will be show you all the resources how it is creating. Still it is getting generated. See, if you see the numbers get increased now 118. Okay, so give some time to complete the discovery. Okay, so then we will be come back here and see the how integration will be. So now still not integration showed here or designed the integrations. It is still slowly spinning up the configuration. So we'll come back in couple of minutes and see how it can be discovered. Let refresh it. So by it is discovering or generating the integration. So let's add the user here. Okay, which will be give the access to uh, app. So I'm going to use as existing user. Okay, so from the IDC we created, so we have users in IDC. Let's go back to IDC here, so and click on user. If you can see, I can have one already user created as per the my name is there. And then if you can go back and in the console, let's search for this resource. Okay, so I got my name. I will assign this user. Okay, so the user has been assigned here. Okay, so web portal, the topology getting designed. Okay, so if you see now slowly integration is showing up here. So if you see the arrow or like integration map, how the each other integrated the services. If you can zoom somewhere here and show you, okay, if you can see, so how the connectivity is established, how the service is getting connected to integrated with each other, it is showing here. So 146 now it is still discovering. Okay, so this is a very good part. I like it here. So it's global services, how it is integrated with your account services, which is isolated. So these are the all global services. If I can zoom in and show you, you will able to see it. Okay, so now these are the standard resources. Okay, which is the global resources under the global account. In the west region it is not discover anything. Okay, so this is all east region. Okay, so you can set up and see this is the very good feature. I liked it, and you can utilize for discover. If you want to understand how it is set up and how it is configured, definitely this is the right place to see your all integration. And today it is free, so you can take this advantage and discover your all account or see the how integration happen in your account. Okay, how configuration, how connected the services all together. Okay, so currently components we are discovering the all resources. I can see the, if you click on resources, it will show particular resources integration. Okay, and if you see the system integrations, all the system, okay, it's a east, west and global. These are the three different system it is going to be discovered. And the container perspective, how it is container set up, the standalone resources and the configuration with the east and west. And these are the all resources all together it's going to show. Okay, now let's jump on the next feature. Okay, go back G and capability. Okay, so capability, you see the second resource accounts can be added. Later on the telemetry, we can add the source. Okay, so here we can add your observability tools like Datadog, Grafana, or Dynatrace. So additional tools, if you can go in the source, you can see all the Datadog, Dynatrace, Nurecal, or Splunk is available already with all resources. If you can click all resources, it will show all the resources available. We'll go all the resources one time. So telemetry, which is observability tools, you are going to see the pipeline tools. So GitHub integration, GitHub Lab, GitLab, okay, ServiceNow for the communication, okay. So ServiceNow is there, Slack is there. With ServiceNow, it will get created your ticket automatically. MCP server, which is custom registration, you can register your MCP servers. If anything you want to register, you can click on the registration. This screen will be open. You give the name, what registration connectivity or connection configuration name you have to give your endpoint for that particular service, which is MCP server. Currently we are seeing Datadog MCP server details. You can give it here, and then describe the options, what it is related for. Click on next. We are not going to do here, but I'll see if you can click here on next page, it will be going to connect it. So currently this is not available, so that's the reason it will be not connected, but you can integrate with the multiple services. The pipeline integration, you can do it. So you can add the GitHub repos or GitLab repos. We are going to add our GitHub repo. We already registered the GitHub repo for other services, the code built or code pipeline to integrate it with all of existing account. So it is showing register. I just going to simply add it. So, but if you want to add something newly, so you can simply going to create your webhook. Okay, so see the pipeline, add here, and if you can, currently it is registered because I already registered for my previous service, which is code built service for the GitHub. That's what it's showing. But you can create a webhook for this service endpoint, and you can register it. So here you can register it, create a personal user account or the group account or token. You can access token. If you have access token, you can use the access token from the GitLab and integrate it. Okay, so the token, access token, can be mentioned here. So if you have on-prem self-hosted, you can use the link, organization link, and set up here. So that's where you can integrate your other services. Let's add the pipeline here, which we are registered. So I register only for the particular repo, which is AWS DevOps Agent repo we created. So if you go here in my GitLab, so we have the GitHub, we have the agent repo, which is public repo, and we are user here, and then we can integrate automatically. I can click here and save. Okay, so this will be show up here, GitHub repo. The communication, you can integrate with the Slack or ServiceNow. Additional MCP server, you can add it here. And webhook, you can create any service, third-party service, which is allowed the webhook to DevOps Agent. You can add it here. Edit source, these are the event schema. You can add it and get it remediations requirement for the DevOps Agent. Okay, so this is additional webhook data we can create from the other third-party services. Okay, so now jump back to our another third tab, which is the web app. Okay, if you go in the web app, as I explained you, it is operation access and identity. We have set up the identity center. Okay, so I am identity center console here integrated with our instances, identity center instance. That's where we are able to add the user here. So once you click here, there is a two-way you can go through the access, which is URL, the copy URL, and try to access. If you can copy URL here and try to paste it here. Okay, so it will be ask you to login name credentials here for the particular console. So we already authenticated, so that's the reason it is showing already authenticated. But so access. Okay, so if you see here, because I already authenticated here, that's the reason automatically taking logged in. If you see here, you can get, this is the web operation, or the operation team can be accessed here. Operation team will be use this URL. You can put behind your Route 53 or your custom domain and create your own URL endpoint. Here you can use the your custom user, which can be allowed to logged in. So we are going to see how our custom user, like if we go back here, we added this, allowed this user to be logged in. So we are going to use this user and try to log in both the way. So we will be going to see the both already authenticated users. This is the different user. So for already authenticated user through the console, you can click on the launch web app. So that's where it automatically get launched and logged into the your already authenticated user. Okay, so this is our AWS user, which is already authenticated. So we are going to see the third party user, which is integrated user through the IDC, and that's where I'm going to show you the next login process. Okay, so if you can look at the console, this is the operation console where you can operations team can be use this console to understand all the incident response or the preventions, how we can set up it, or the DevOps center where you can see the topology or your container topology. So if you can see all the resources, you can see the all integration and everything, the topology or the discover diagrams here, all the for all the accounts. And here is the home page for it. So first we are going to start the investigations. Okay, and once it is started investigation, it will start collecting the review all your observability integrated tool. Like currently we are not integrated with any DevOps or third party observability tools or logging tools. Here we are going to use the CloudWatch, which is in-house tool for the AWS, and based on that we'll be going to see the process. Okay, so before that I just want to show you how the custom user can be logged in. Okay, so if I remember the password, the username is, if you go back here, IDC, so username is SPOTDAR, and I might be need authentications to be okay. Let me, sorry, we'll be logging to the console. Let's get the user ID. So SPOTDAR, just let me type. Okay, and then type the password, and we need a MFA for this. Let me get the MFA token for this, for my MFA device. Okay, now get signed in. So it will be load the same console what we have or given access and saw the previously. Okay, so if you see here, the console has been loaded, the same options I can see here when I send the authenticated user on the management console or like other console, it is loaded here. So I logged in with the one of the user account as a user account here. Okay, let me accept this cookies. Okay, and I can start now on the next section where we can actually see the incident and alert. So now let's start looking into actual piece of this service or actual delivery deliverable of these services. So which is incident management or operation management, how the incident get detected automatic, alert get detected automatically, how it is converted in incident, how the root cause find out get started, and how it will be give us the remediation process or remediation options or with the root cause. Okay, so let's jump into the demo, the last piece of demo, which is observability. So what we are going to do here, so let's go to the console and start investigation by clicking on the start investigation. It will be asked particular, if you want, if you have the particular instructions or investigation details you want to provide, you can provide here. So start point also you can provide here, but I'm not going to give. I'm going to give the default investigation. It has to be start with all the services, all the alert. It has to be scanned from my logging, CloudWatch logging, and get it all the alerts, read through, and start investigate and give me the remediations or root causes for those. Okay, so or you can else customize it and start your agent based on those customized prompts. I can say the prompts or like that. Okay, so date, start times, incident, name of investigation. Given you can customize it, name of investigation, or start date. If you want to change it, you can change it. Okay, so later on the AWS account you want to run this investigation, you can specify the account or region or priority. It's a default, medium, or the high. You can decide I'm going to put this as a default. So you can change based on your investigation. You can create a multiple investigation based on your requirement, but I'm starting the new investigation just to discover all the alerts and give me the root cause and resolution. Okay, so after that we are going to create one default lambda with the issue, and we'll see if it is going to be detected or not. Okay, just start the investigation. Once started investigation, it will take you to the investigation response portal. So this is going to be discover your topology first. It is going to see what topology you are going to get in. Okay, so here is the chatbot. You can ask the question to the chatbot. Let me accept this cookies. Okay, so you can ask the particular prompts or questions to the investigation channel, okay, through this chatbot. Okay, so now we're going to understand how it's working. It is started investigation, describe list function. Okay, it is showing here what are the things it is doing, and you can cancel the investigation in middle of the investigation running, or you can get exit from here also. Okay, so let's see what it is investigation timeline. The topology, it will bring on the topology which is created initially when the discovery done. Okay, so it is update the request. It will send the request to investigation description and all required information we supplied when we creating the incident response, started incident response. Then it will update the assistance response. This is AI agent responded, where it is verifying all the information, where this is account where I'm going to investigate, this time I started, and what region I'm going to do it. Since no specified description we given, it's provided. Let's begin the identifying what symptomatic occurred during the time frame. So this time frame I given, it is going to be searched during that. So now it is fetching the data from the alerts or CloudWatch. I can see, if you see the source, it is showing alert. So it see the CloudWatch alarm on the state update, and it is showing the what it is. So it is update the incident time. Time is very recent, so 2 minutes ago. So no alarm state transaction were found in the specific window. So let's breadens search identification and any alarm, current alarm. So it just didn't find any. This is the last recent alarm it find it. So it didn't find any issue with that. It's keep on fetching the data from the CloudWatch and alerts, and going to see if anything going to be find out any issue in the CloudWatch. Okay, so it's list the cluster. Okay, so all the cluster source, it will find EKS cluster, it is list ELB, V2 it is listing. So it is going to all the services and checking if any issue identified or any issue reported by any services. Okay, so it is basically as we are not specify the service, it is going one by one and checking all the services. So I have conducted, okay, the initial investigation, but found no evidence and incident during the specific time. Okay, so recommendation it is giving, it will give us some recommendations. We're going to see root cause analysis to investigate effectively. I need one of the following specific alarm. If you want to give the specific alarm or any specific error, it will be start investigating. So currently it didn't find any issue based on all the services I configured or all the services we already set up on this account. But now if you go back here, investigation response, if you see here, this investigation is completed, it doesn't find anything. That's the reason it is not reported anything, and it's terminated, completed. Okay, so there is no issue. That's the reason it doesn't found anything. So let's create the issue and see if it is going to detect anything. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to create a lambda which will be generate the issue. So I'm going to create a new lambda function. It is slow. Create a lambda function, give the AWS DevOps Agent demo. I'm used the Python 3.14, which is latest. Okay, so this is durable new, just different options. Durable execution. Okay, this is a new feature introduced by AWS. We are going to make a another article on this. Okay, so I'm going to create a default lambda. I'm going to use the execution service, which is the role demo lambda role. I'm going to use it and create a lambda function. So I created lambda function. Okay, on the my account US East 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, so handler, I'm going to change it. Okay, so this is okay, I'm going to change the handler which will be generate the. So if you see the handler here, it's supposed to be lambda underscore function dot lambda underscore function here, but in the code, Python code, I'll be purposely removing the lambda underscore, so it should be give the error. Okay, so I deploy this code. Okay, and I will try to test this code. Okay, so just generate the test function, save, and in hook. So now it should be generate the failed alert to the reporting system, and then now let me start the investigation for this. Okay, so I'll do one thing. I'll not going to be give him the what exactly I'm looking for. It should be discover everything and start, but you can give the actual particular issue you are facing, which service is facing, which ARN it is facing, and based on that you can discover directly. But now I'm asking him to discover the issue and find the issue and let me know what is the issue you found it, what is the root cause, and what is the recommendations or remediation plan. Okay, so it is started now. So I started the investigation. It's beginning investigation. This request we are sending, the request is showing topology, it is referred what topology it is going to be discover. The assistant told like I will help you to investigate this issue. Investigation started point are marked as a not applicable. Okay, so we are not giving any start point, so it is blank, so it should be go everywhere and see the issue. So CloudWatch alarm it is detecting. Okay, I found no CloudWatch alarm. Okay, that's correct because when it started that time it was not there. So it is completed. Let's start again. Let's see CloudWatch alarm is generated correctly. So if you go in the CloudWatch, monitor with the CloudWatch logs. Okay. Now if you see error here, so 352 was the last event it was generated. So in 352 event we have that issue. So function got case lambda. Okay, so this is runtime error we have. Okay, so this should be detected in the our IAM tool. So 347 was the last it was detected. If you go back here and check, it is saying that last 347 it was checked, but our issue was the last 352. So let's run again the incident. Okay, I'll start investigation again, and it will be US East 1. So investigation started. Okay, it is alarm describe, CloudWatch alarm, the source CloudWatch. So alarm history it is checking. Okay, just occurred the 23 seconds ago. Triggered, no CloudWatch are triggered around this time. It's fetching the data. If you see here, it is still in progress showing. Okay, okay, if you see the lambda function deployed updated before the incident, following by the immediate user investigation. Okay, the root user created the lambda function, okay, on this time, and updated the code on 351 approximately 4-5 minutes before incident timestamp. The function was subsequently in hook. Okay, and when it is started lambda function, so logs 4 seconds, and the user actively checking the alarms. Okay, alarm insufficient data, the indicating awareness of the issue, the CloudFormation API error. So it is checking for the any CloudFormation deployed this, we are deployed manually. So it is discovered no existing stack resources deployed through this, and the lambda deployment likely trigger the incident. Okay, so basically it is get function checking, and incident has been created in account. So at the incident we are updated now assistant response. Now the document and symptoms has been created investigation tasks understand the what happened, and the lambda with this lambda function. Okay, so it is detected the issue, what issue it is, where it is basically throwing the information who created this lambda, who did the changes, what time it did changes, and what issue root cause is. It is showing here the lambda function runtime. It subsequently invoke has alert generated or incident happened during the invoke. So now it is investigation what why it has happened and how it is happened, and it is going to give the remediation plan. Okay, so give some time, so it will be give us the remediation plan. So if you see the status, the 7 updates, it's going. Okay, so now documentation, the topology shows the this lambda name, which is we created AWS DevOps Agent demo. So lambda function is isolated with the only CloudWatch log groups. It's now created investigation task and exploring the what happened with this function. So it investigation started execution behavior. So it will give you the check the error failure, anonymous behavior logs, Then it is reviewed the CloudWatch logs, the check lambda function matrix, examine the duration, threat role, and incident. The investigation has been started. The execution behavior, and then the execution behavior. So error detected lambda function. What error? 100% error. It is 100% error. It is giving the invoke, what time it was invoke. So basically it's give all the information when it is invoked, what it did. So observation, it is giving the missing lambda function in the lambda code, right? This is the root cause or observation it is given. So this is correct because we know that we purposely did. So it's run hand runtime handler, right? So it is not correct. It is find out the root cause based on the CloudWatch. Source was CloudWatch where it is showing the issue. And lambda function, the code on handle execution. Okay. So it is giving basically what is the root cause, where it is, and how the source we founded root cause. The assistant response, perfect. I have identified the root cause. Let me now synchronize with the findings and complete the investigation. So it is completing the investigation. Lambda function log errors. It is giving the which log we identified and where it is identified. The check the lambda function matrix. So it will be see the matrix also, and it has given the final conclusion. Handler function, when it is happened, why it is happened, who did deployed, all those root cause analysis. Okay. So fetch the data, root cause identification. It was the handler is wrongly in the code. Okay. So now it is writing the investigation report, and it is written the investigation report based on the findings and given to you. Okay. So you can go back here, root cause, and investigation has been completed. So this is give the investigation. If you go to the root cause, it will be give the root cause here. Okay. So it will be give triggered by agent and observation it is given. These are the three observations it is given, what it observed. So it will give the basically all the information how the investigation he done based on what topology and where. And if you checked here, right, so this investigation is completed, and it will give you the root cause with the remediation plan, and it closed the investigation. Okay. So this is how response and investigation work. Start the investigation. If you see here in the investigation pan, there is another option, ask for human support. Okay. So if any investigation going on, and if you see you find the all the investigation, and if you're not satisfied with this output or this root cause analysis, you anytime you can click on this ask for human support. It will be create the incident ticket to AWS support team, and someone will be from incident team can be available here to support you on this issue. Okay. Chatbot, you can ask the specific question against the investigation. You can ask here like give me function name and issue, what time it was started. Okay. So you can give the prompt. So what I am asking, this issue, when it was started and what is the lambda function name. So it is giving the lambda function name, what is the issue, and when it is started. So it will give the all information. It is saying the runtime lambda function is missing from the lambda function model, and the start time was this is start and at the incident when it is started. So if I can ask you, give me plan, so it should be give you the remediation plan. Okay. So mitigation plan, it started generating the mitigation plan. Okay, so now we have asked for the mitigation plan. So if it is found the root cause, based on the root cause, it will do the investigation and it will give the mitigation plan. If you scroll up all the way up on this investigation plan, if you see the investigation timeline, it will show how it is investigated, how the data get used, how the logs get analyzed. It will show all the root cause finding steps here. And the second tab, if you see the root cause, it will actually show the root cause, what is the root cause and what is the observations. So it is given the all three observations and root cause, and it will give the mitigation plan, how you can mitigate or resolve this issue. So it will be record current handler configuration, runtime, just it will give the steps how you can mitigate this by doing all the deployments or fix this issue. Okay, how validation you can do it. Okay, so you can follow this mitigation plan and implement it, and then this issue will be fixed. So along with the mitigation plan, if you see the rollback plan also, it is given how we can roll back. This is all AWS CLI execution commands it has given to remediate the issue, or like fix the issue, and the mitigation plan, and then it will be give the rollback plan also. If this fix is not work, it will be revert, how you can revert the in previous state. Okay, so this is how you can rely on this service, and it will give the best idea. So we, as we know already what is the issue, we already fix it and manually and put the handler back, and it started working it. Okay, so we have the prevention method also, how we can prevent the information, means like prevent the incident or prevent the issue. So you can run this prevent now, and it will be start preventions. Okay, so this is where you can set up the prevention. If you are started already incident response, then the prevention will be not start at the same time. That is what we observed, but we need to find out what is reason behind it. But now it will be independent service. Okay, so run weekly, new evaluation started. So best every week it will be run, discover the issues or can be capture or catch the problem based on the your early investigation or incidents, and recommend the resolutions prior to it comes in, right? So it's a kind of pre investigation before it is all happening, right? It's a preventive analysis it will done, and it will give you the report. So this is how you can set up your AWS DevOps agent space, and we showed the prerequisites, how we can set up all the IAM roles. You can customize those IAM roles. You can create the incident response plan, so you can create automatically. Start investigation, you can start when you're starting the investigation, you can give the specific investigation details. If you particular error or particular issue you want to investigate, here you can explain as a prompt. You can put the investigation start point. Here also you can give the where you want to start, when you want to start, time frame or log snipping, or you can refer or give the alarm metrics, which alarm metrics you need to want to check it. Okay, date and time you can mention, when incident was happened or when incidents was occurred. You can give the date and time, and then name of investigation you can customize it, which account you want to do it, right? So currently only one account you can see. You can click on account, you can get a drop down, and east west region, which region you want to do it. Okay, so how the priority is, whether this issue is very critical, high incident, and how you can involve the priorities or incident severity, you can say here. Okay, and then you can start the investigation next session. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. You now learn today how to set up the AWS DevOps agent in your account, which is free for the previews, in the preview mode. Until it is in the pre-order, it is free service. You can set up the agent space. You can set up the topology, you can set up the accounts, you can integrate with the GitHub. So I will show how it is integrated. In the next video, we're going to see how the integration happen, how GitHub pipeline execution go through. It will be see the status here, how the execution, any GitHub issues identified here in the investigation. We are going to integrate with other third-party tools, which is the MCP, custom MCP we are going to integrate, and then we are integrate with the other third-party tools like Slack for the communication, ServiceNow for the communication, or any other Grafana or observability tools or Datadog tools. We're going to see the integration here. Okay, so for today we're going to stop here. Hope this will be helpful for you. Just go ahead and try in your account, get set up it, make sure you delete all the resources created for this to avoid the charges, additional charges. This is very important. You do the cleanup properly, so it will be not charged in your free tier account. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. See you in next video or next lecture. Thanks. Bye bye guys.